would be happier.
He's reacting to a video that kind of went viral by a young woman who basically said it's tough to find people. And, you know, there's a lot of problems with loneliness in the current society. We can get into the reasons for that, but that's what he's reacting to.
You know what you think? Do you, like, would people like this be happier? I think about what society would have been like 100 years ago for this woman. She'd have got...
Because I want to see the original video that he's reacting to as well. Oh, this is for the members? Does anyone have the OG? You should hire your own man who gets right-wing clips together for you. Why would I do that when you're it, chat? There's fucking 20,000 mats in here that literally, even if I don't ask for it, literally scream at me to cover shit all day, every day. Now, it's not even just that. I want to see the OG video. Okay, here's the OG video.
I'm not someone that posts or cries or anything on the internet, so this is a new one for me. I guess I need girls to rally with me and lift me up because I feel so defeated right now. I've been trying to meet someone, just anybody worth my time for years. And dating apps are so awful. I don't need to explain to you how awful the dating apps are. So I've been trying to meet people in public, and they're still trash when I do randomly meet people in public. But tonight takes the cake. Last week I was like, I'm part of an app that you can basically get invited to these events, and there was a comedy thing coming up, and I bought a ticket that maybe I'll meet people here. Maybe I'll meet a guy, or like just meet people in general that like I can become friends with, and then, you know, who knows what could happen. And let me just tell you how this went. I show up, it's a limited seating, get there first, like it was like an open bar, and in my head, I'm a prompt person, so I got there like 20 minutes beforehand, and I happened to be the first person there. Okay, kind of weird, but okay. They tell me, since it's an intimate thing, try to sit in the front row because it's going to be hard to get people squishing through there, and it's a sold out show. Okay, that's fine. I sit in the front row, and it's about showtime, and I'm realizing like nobody else is in the front row. It's just me. Everybody's like filled in the back, like every row's filled with all the couples, of course, and then it's just me. I guess people, like some people of course, some people are gonna drop out and not show up, but the host of the show comes up to me really quickly and like mouths thank you for like sitting in the front row. And she proceeds to go up onto the stage and pointed out, like, had everyone clap for me for being brave enough to sit in the front row, and like that was fine. Like, I get it. Like, you know, people are afraid to sit in the front row, and I was kind of excited for it when I thought there was going to be people there. And it was just ironic that like the reason I was there was to meet people, and it was like I was a piranha. So she informed the crowd that, like, I was safe from being picked on because I was brave enough to sit there. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, the next few comics come up, and they both kind of point out, like, are you waiting on people? Or, like, what's going on here? And I'm, you know, have to admit, like, no, I'm trying to meet people. And, you know, again, they're nice. They're not being mean to me about it, but it's mortifying. It's mortifying. And then another comic comes up, and, again, it's just, like, you're pretty, but, like, you know, and it's just... Yeah. So by the end of the show, the lady comes up and says that they normally do a raffle to win this prize because it was kind of at like a boutique type thing, but instead of the raffle, she's going to give this thing filled with stuff to the brave young woman who came first and sat alone in the front row. And then she had me introduce myself. What's your name? Anya. And like everybody's as if like brave fucking me
Where is this going?
And she tells me to make sure to give my email to so-and-so to get like some gift card or something. And like, this is all in front of everybody. And I just like, I know nobody's sitting there like, oh my God, look at this girl. But like, it's just, it feels like such a slap in the face. And I'm not even mad at the comics. I'm not even mad at the lady. Like, I would probably think the same thing. But like,
I don't understand it. Like, is she just like sad that people were treating her, I guess, like with additional care and consideration, like she's a Make-A-Wish kid because she was alone at the comedy club? It's like a nightmarish social situation. Yeah, I guess, yeah. She got set up to be humiliated / make the comics look good for giving her stuff. You don't have social anxiety, my friend? I mean, I would not. I would not. Bro, that's patronizing as fuck. I'm just asking. Okay, chat. This is probably the best. This is probably the best group of motherfuckers to ask this question, okay? This is like role reversal. This is like when I'm talking about like normal social stuff and chat doesn't understand it, and then I have to be very careful and explain to them what jokes are and things like that. Okay? Now I'm understanding. Because I fully can't comprehend it. I thought like they were dunking on her or something. I didn't realize they were just like, you know, you're so brave for being here in the front row. Like, for me, I would be like, oh shit, free stuff. Like, that's awesome. You know what I mean? I would literally be like, that's great. Thank you for giving me gifts for fucking coming to a... For me, I'd be like, okay, I got to see some mid-comedy, and I got free shit, and I got noticed. Like, so I'm trying to understand what the problem is. Like, I'm not making fun of her at all. I literally needed someone to offer me additional context as to why this is like very bad. I feel for her. It's a rough situation. Yeah, no, because like in that moment, I would be like, okay, like they're people are, you know, they're talking about me. That's cool. Like, and then I would try to use that to my advantage to like make friends at the event. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, I'm the guy. I was the lonely guy. She's literally bawling her eyes out. No, dude, I'm not saying she's faking it. You're misunderstanding me. No, okay. I'm not saying that at all. I just needed additional context as to why like this would be a really bad situation that's like worthy of it's just not how I am. That's why. That's it.
like, just for this point in my life, like, it just feels like, Jesus. Like, I don't want to go out again. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. When I try, like, shit like this happens, and dating app stuck, and then I get into an Uber on the way home because I can't go.
You think saying, yeah, I was a single girl is going to be endearing as a woman? No, I don't think you understand. I'm not a woman. Okay? And my question to the chat specifically was about not just her being a woman, but also like social anxiety. I'm gonna be real. You ain't convincing this chat of your viewpoint. This would be their 9/11. I'm not even like making fun of her. I just wanted to understand. Jesus
have a drink
Christ.
like I wanted to because I have this giant fucking bag full of shit to carry around. And I get in this Uber and it's this 75-year-old woman with her dogs. And she won't stop talking about her dogs and like how she got an oil change and what'd you do tonight? And was a comedy show good? And like I'm being nice and polite, but all I can think about is like this is gonna be me. Like, and I know that's a worst case scenario. And it's not even like that's a terrible thing.
Damn, you don't know if that lady was fucking... Yo, why is she dunking on a lady now? What the fuck? She's just a chill ass lady, like trying to make extra cash on the side. What the fuck?
To be single all your life, but like I just
This
can't
is
help
like 9/11 for social anxiety. Yeah, I
I
guess.
feel like I'm gonna turn into this because I'm never gonna meet someone. And for everybody who's gonna tell me it'll come along when you least expect it, I've been hearing that for like 7 years. Okay? For everybody who's gonna tell me it'll come along when you least expect it, I've been hearing that for like 7 years. Okay, I'm so sick of hearing that. There's such a thing as people that just don't find their person and don't get married. So like I'm a
This is not a thing. That she's not right. No, that's not a thing, dude. No. That like I'm not Mr. Natural. Like I'm not gonna be like it's in our nature, but it kind of is. This is like one of the few things that is. And for the record, it's also not that bad to be alone either. You know, you just have to be, the point is being comfortable in your own skin, which clearly she is not. That's what she needs to work on. Oh, he's getting biological. Oh, no. No, I just mean like we're a social animal. I think that this is just a very emotional moment for her. Paired up with her social anxiety. She had like a traumatic experience. But ultimately, number one, being alone is not that bad. Okay. It's about being comfortable being alone and learning to find comfort in being alone. Okay. And secondly, there are so many people on this planet. Statistically speaking, it is virtually impossible, like fundamentally, to be this defeatist about like ever finding a person that you can enjoy the company of that will also reciprocate those feelings is literally insane. Okay? Sorry. You're out of your freaking mind, dude. There are so many people. There are so many people out there. That's crazy. Like, I'm not discounting her personal experiences here at all. But I think that Hasan is hot. He doesn't get it, chat. First of all, I wasn't always. And secondly, it doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there. Who's doing biological predeterminism now, chat? This is the first step to incel behavior, by the way. What you are doing is you're taking the first step on a fucking long and treacherous and very dangerous pathway towards becoming a fucking incel. When you start talking about like, oh, dude, well, I'm not hot, so, you know, therefore I'm destined to be alone. What do you think? Where do you think those people come from? Where do you think those incels fucking derive from, dude? That's the starting point. There is no such concept. That's not real. The idea that you're like too ugly and therefore you will never find another person is ridiculous. Also, she's not ugly, so it doesn't even fucking work for her. It's just you're wallowing in your own self-pity and engaging in self-loathing. That's all you're doing. And it can be a very comforting feeling to feel sad for yourself. And it's even more comforting when you find other people who are just as sad, who will tell you, no, you're right, actually. Fuck this guy, Hasan. He's a piece of shit. He's hot. He doesn't get it. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you know, they're fucking blackpilling you. It's very toxic. That's why I don't spend any fucking time, any moment on that kind of bullshit, okay? It's Bullshit. That's why I always say everyone could be a 7. Attraction is subjective. Yes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Everyone could be a fucking 7, which, you know, I'm not using like the 0 to 10 the 0 to 10 concept here. I'm just simply saying that like everyone has the capacity to become the best version of themselves. And once you do achieve that, or even when you're on that journey to achieve that, you are going to develop something called confidence. Okay? It's very important. I think that we have a crisis of confidence. Many people are understandably, as a consequence of like, whether it be social media, whether it be mass media consumption, consistently being beamed about perfect bodies and perfect visuals and perfect lifestyles that breeds a shit ton of hostility, resentment, pushes us further into isolation, and makes us deeply fucking insecure. Live your life, set goals for yourself, work to achieve them, and you will slowly but surely, I promise you, slowly but surely begin to be a more confident, self-reliant person. And in that process, the more confident you become, the more self-reliant you are, the more comfortable you are in your own skin, the better people will treat you. That's it.
Realist. And the realist in me is starting to think like that's gonna be me. And I'm impressed now over it. As pathetic as that sounds. And yeah.
She just doesn't want to be lonely. I think it just comes down to that. It's very relatable, so she made the video. Yeah, no, I understand that. I totally understand that. The only part that I took issue with was when she said, the only part I took issue with was when she basically fucking said like, oh, I'm destined to be alone. I've always heard from people that like, you'll find your person. Fuck those people. When is it going to happen? And it's like, yeah, the major reason why it's not happening for you is not because there isn't a person out there for you. It's because you haven't readied yourself for that at all. You're not getting it at all. She has the confidence, but that doesn't substitute for a partner. OMG, you have such a male take on the situation. It actually hurts to hear. Wait, what? I don't think so. I don't think so. That level of social anxiety and that like going into that experience and having it be this traumatic. And I know this is going to hurt the feelings of a lot of chatters who probably see themselves in her shoes right now, will most likely not want to recognize that there is still some unresolved stuff going on. Hassan, she's not saying she's being single is bad. She's fine with being alone, but society isn't. It's just reflective of how single women are treated after a certain point in life. Like they're pitiful and their existence is miserable. Is a miserable one everyone should fear. But she fears it. She literally fucking pointed to a 75-year-old Uber driver woman with dogs that she fucking acts like is already single. She made inferences that that woman was alone, not knowing anything about her fucking perspective or her life, and then said that that was something that she fears becoming. So you're wrong. You're trying to fucking wokeify this and trying to fucking have a rad femme take in this situation. She said that. So obviously that paired up with the fact that she's going on these like dating event apps and shit means that like she is looking for someone because she is genuinely terrified of being alone. The part that doesn't really make a lot of sense is that she sat in the fucking front row with someone with a tremendous amount of social anxiety, which she didn't really say she has. I think that was a chat inference. That was just chat projecting maybe. The point is not for me to make you feel bad, by the way, chatters. The point is for me to make you feel good and be more hopeful. Okay? I hate defeatist attitudes like this. I think it's fucking, it's cancer. You're not understanding the point I'm trying to make at all. Because you look to me as someone who's already, I guess, overcome some of these things. And then immediately you think, much like many others, that at the top of the hour, there's not going to be a 3-minute ad break, but there will be. Okay. And you need to overcome the 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour by subscribing. Yes. I'm done with these fucking bitch ass 2-parters, bro. We're back. We're fucking back. Not a single bait in the chat. Woo! Overcome it by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. Can we move past it because it's making me self-conscious and depressed, please and thank you? No, I'm gonna tell you some shit in a second after this ad break or during this ad break, but you won't see the ad break, so don't worry about it. Corner TV, thank you for the 5 community gift the subs. This is a byproduct of the fact that there aren't enough Chad Vice episodes happening in this goddamn community for me to solve your problems, I think. Okay, here's the 3-minute ad break now. Okay. You have to admit that the current social system of social capitalism is broken? Yes, of course. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't fucking just like, guys, the same principle exists for leaving a better future for the next generation, putting your best foot forward. The same principle of improvement exists within self-improvement, consistently progressing towards a goal where you better yourself. So it's the exact same concept. You don't do things, you don't do advocacy because, you know, people are going to like you and people are going to say, hey, good job, thank you. You do it because it's right. You do it because society prospers when old men plant seeds for trees they'll never sit in the shade of. And the same principle stands for self-improvement, okay? You don't engage in the act of self-improvement because you're immediately going to see results. You do it because you will inevitably become a better person as a consequence of that. And you will. There is no, like, that's a guarantee, okay? That is a fucking guarantee, 100%. I don't think I have survivor bias in this situation because it's something that you can do alone, okay? It's very important for you to internalize what I'm saying here. It's very important for you to definitely never stop trying to better yourself, whether it be learning a new language, whether it be reading more, whether it be working out, okay? In any case, the parallels also exist for social progress, systematic progress, right? What do I always tell you? You go out to fucking protest, not like tomorrow we're going to dismantle the Zionist entity or whatever, but you do it regardless because it's the right thing to do, and you never know when this system will collapse under its own weight, under its own contradictions. So you just keep pushing in the right direction. And the same goes for self-improvement. You're not going to get immediate results, of course not. But even the process of working in that direction will inevitably yield positive outcomes for you. Okay? That's why I always say set goals, long-term goals, midterm goals that will arrive, that will set up checkpoints for you to get to long-term goals, and short-term goals that will help you arrive at your midterm goals. Every single time you set a goal for yourself and that you consistently try to tackle over and over again, like it's a goddamn video game, you feel better when you start seeing results. And that doesn't happen immediately. Okay? It doesn't happen overnight. It certainly will not happen, maybe even for months. Self-help Hasan, resident sleeper, suck my dick, dude. Okay? Fuck you. This is important. Seriously. I think this community and just like Twitch streaming in general is a very important place to have this conversation. You are not allowed to have moments of weakness or take emotional videos or post them online. Nope, not allowed. You will never understand the societal expectations that are placed on women. You are framing this from your perspective, ignoring hers. Oh my God. Oh, 41-month subscriber. Please tell me you're fucking baiting. You didn't realize that I just did a 3-minute ad break debate already. Please, 41-month subscriber. Bro, I literally said setting up goals for yourself and seeking to achieve them will literally, fuck no, I'm not baiting, this chat is going bonkers. No, don't turn this around to chat. Turn it to me. You're addressing me and me only. You're listening to what I have to say and you're chirping about it. So don't do that Weasley shit and be like, nah. No, you are saying that I am not listening to what her problems are and simply talking about a broad thing that anyone can engage with that will unironically help people improve themselves. You are also, in a different way, engaging in self-defeatist attitudes. All right, give me your follow-up. Nothing I said, regardless of addressing her, is wrong. Literally, nothing I said. What I love about your stream is that you give people what grifters like Jordan Peterson give people in basic life advice, but from a left perspective, which I honestly don't see any of the leftist figureheads doing. Yeah, but then the reason why they don't do it is because there's always constant fucking defeatist chirpers in the chat who are like, no, self-improvement is reactionary. You're individualist. There's nothing more important than independence and freedom. I finished The Sympathizer recently. Nothing. I literally said, set long-term goals for yourself and you will become more confident as you are on your own personal journey in accomplishing those goals, which is like literally fucking foundational basis for therapy, for just self-improvement, like all those hacks that people fucking talk about. It's just like super basic shit. And people are like, no, no. Ah! It's like, it's reminiscent of that time, the last time I had an anarchist stunlock, where I said, you should take a shower. And there were people unironically being like, you're being fucking ableist. I literally have a unique type of cancer that says I can't take showers. Like, how dare you say this? Sometimes women just want to be listened to without trying to hear ways to fix their problems. I feel some women will relate and act like this is one of those moments. They'll feel attacked or annoyed and will lash out at you. Yeah, but like, you know, I'm not giving her this advice. I'm giving my community this advice. All right, where's her follow-up? Someone send me your fucking follow-up or what? Is this the follow-up?
So no hate at all towards this creator.
What? Where's the follow-up? Bitch-ass chatters? Your advice helped me lose from 222 pounds down to 165 pounds. Do I feel a lot better now than I did back then? Hell yeah. But that has changed my outcome material for getting a partner. What? And no. And I think that's the point people are trying to make. Bro, it's not going to fucking happen overnight, dude. Keep chipping away. What do you mean? I didn't say like you're going to go to the gym and automatically, magically, you're going to lose weight and then fucking boom, the next day you're going to find a fucking partner. Jesus Christ. Just keep moving the goalposts. It's okay. So what about people self-improving that still can't find connections? This is just streamer knows all. I mean, dude, I've been on this earth for 32 fucking years, about to be 33, okay? And yeah, I have some fucking accomplishments that I can speak on, whether it be self-improvement or, you know, everything else. So yeah, I think I do have a little bit of fucking personal experience in this regard. I'm speaking from personal experience. Without survivorship bias as well, by the way. I'm not like eliminating the material constructs that get in the way of self-improvement either. There are no goalposts being moved. Why the fuck are you debating me on self-improvement? What the fuck is wrong with half of you? Oh my God. This is precisely the reason why. No, not like Tate. I mean actual accomplishments, not fucking fake bullshit like rented Bugattis and lies and preying on fucking the vulnerable and their insecurities and presenting himself as like this beacon of machismo while wearing the gayest slippers that anyone has ever seen and skin tight suit pants. Okay? It's crazy. The very people, I want everyone to engage in self-reflection here. If you immediately have this super negative reaction to what I have to say about this, okay, in terms of self-improvement, if your immediate response is like, fuck you, dude, you should take a brief pause and think about that. Why do I have such a strong response to something like this? Is it because I've tried and failed in the past? It could be that. You don't think sex trafficking is an achievement? No, that's the other aspect of it too. Sometimes the annoyance comes from the lack of acknowledgement that our thing is more about internalized misogyny than a social expectation to find a partner. When you mix together the advice for male incest who hate women, I do understand why they're a little mad, but ultimately it shouldn't matter. Self-important for all of whatever. A motto normativity has y'all in a chokehold. Single women are statistically more likely to be happier later in life than married women. Patriarchy has conditioned us to believe that the only way to find a genuine, fulfilling, intimate relationship is through amorous connections. But we must, bro, you wrote like a Disco Elysium Radfem take in here, but respect regardless. Holy shit. Women going their own way. Let's go, baby. I mean, sure, I didn't discount that either, for the record. Originally, I did say you can be a very happy person and single. The idea that you have to have a partner is ridiculous. We are not debating you on self-improvement. We are saying it's not just self-improvement. I never said it's just self-improvement. I said the fundamental problem here, like the biggest problem here, not the fundamental problem, but the biggest problem here is that a lot of people lack self-confidence. Okay? And I think self-improvement, even the journey of self-improvement, will unironically help you develop more confidence. It is the very act of setting goals for yourself and achieving said goals over a long, extended period of time that will cause you to trust yourself. I was literally this woman 5 years ago. I used to post just like this woman. I literally did an actual 12-step program due to feeling exactly like this woman 5 years ago. I'm married now. I am the chatter to dial in for this discussion. Accomplishments are not a solution to isolation. No, you are misunderstanding the words that are coming out of my mouth, and I assume it has to be deliberate at this point. It is not a solution to isolation. It is a solution to gain confidence. Confidence in your own body also can mean confidence in being alone. Okay? I apologize for believing in every chatter in here. I should not have done that. I recognize now. You just want me to tell you things fucking suck and they will never get better. However, the issue here is if I believe that, then, you know, if I believe that people can't self-improve, why the fuck am I doing any of this shit? Like 90% of my commentary revolves around rehabilitation and self-improvement, tackling issues that are born out of the oppressive structures that we exist under and the underlying material conditions that dictate the culture that we take for granted, that we think is just, you know, the way things are, whether it be white supremacist constructs, whether it be white supremacist constructs, whether it be misogyny born out of patriarchal constructs, both internalized white supremacy and also white supremacy in general, transphobia, homophobia, every single thing that I talk about is literally trying to convince people that there is an alternative way of thinking, and that we might have been perhaps a little too comfortable living inside of this reactionary bubble. Okay? If I didn't believe that you had the capacity to change, and many of you have over the course of watching me for an extended period of time, then I wouldn't be doing this. Now that I have described my position over and over again, chat is unwinding into different talking points. Do you think dating apps have made all this worse? Or just social media in general? I think it's both. It's a consequence of both. A lot of people personally think materialism is literally the inoculation against this woman's fears. Anyway, now that you guys disagreed with me so vehemently, okay, fixed postures. To be honest, I kind of get the self-defeatism when it comes to dating. As someone that has lost weight, 4cc to 255 now, has followed your advice when it comes to being a 7. I still can't seem to date, but also accept this because I'm scared and still have self-image issues and overall still consider myself ugly. So you're right. It's a lot of it is self-confidence. Exactly. A lot of people have unresolved trauma born out of like their experiences, and instead of fucking trying to like dig deep and try to tackle it head on, they just fucking go, nah, fuck you, dude. Fuck you for telling me self-improvement is the way. Self-improvement doesn't just mean going to the gym, dude. Not responding to that one chatter. I'm just saying in general. Anyway. Like I said, now that you guys have disagreed with me vehemently, perhaps you can find some truth in what Tim Pool has to say about this lady who was crying about, societal expectations placed upon women, paired up with the fact that she feels like she is unable to find a partner, and how that terrifies her as a future prospect. Let's see if you guys agree with Tim Pool more.
Got married at probably 18 or 19. She would, I mean, even in the 50s, she'd have a family and a house. But here's the funny thing. I wonder, would she be happier then? Maybe. As the saying goes, you don't know what you got till it's gone. You know, they paved paradise to put up a parking lot. But humans live in a state of relative happiness. That means that even today, as incredible as everything is, people are going to be upset. And don't get me wrong, coming from the highs of the Trump economy to the lows now, it's kind of like, I get it. Your cheeseburgers cost $5. I'm looking at the inflation charts for the average prices of my.
The fucking stocks for Beanie Boys have gone up unimaginable. Everyone was like, Hasan, you fucking suck dog shit, okay? Your advice was awful. I'm a Tim Pool head now. I'm a Beanie Baby.
McDonald's food. And you got these people being like,
you're right. The 50s, she would have been so much happier when she fucking inevitably dies from constantly trying to manage an abusive relationship that she's trapped inside of with no fucking way out and with no like career prospects or no autonomy, no independence whatsoever. So she just tries to self-medicate by going to a fucking doctor who's like, yeah, you're a woman. Here's some Adderall and also whatever fucking prescription heroin we can give you. And then she speedballs and kills herself. That would be a significantly better, albeit short-lived life for her in between getting fucking beaten up by her husband. Adderall to lose weight, Quaaludes to fucking, maintain the happy medium. That seems like a far better future for her or a far better past. Right? Right? Beanie Babies in the chat.
we'll stop comparing the highest, most expensive markets to the lowest. And it's like, dude, there's a chart showing the average price of all McDonald's. And it's gone from like $1 for a cheeseburger to $4. I said $5, but I'm being hyperbolic. It's $3.89 or something. With taxes, you're spending like $4.20. So yeah, I mean, I understand why people are getting upset, but I'd just be willing to bet that a lot of people like this, if it was the 50s, they'd be like, I'm so unhappy because my husband does this and does that. And they don't know what you got till it's gone. I'd be willing to bet. You ask this lady, would you be willing to be?
Do you think self-improvement is even possible in an alienated society and community? What self can even be defined as to further then improve it? And also, what trajectory is that improvement heading? What? Yes, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Read a book, dude. Read a book. Read a book. Literally any book. Maybe not like one of those bad books, though. Like not fucking some racist Nazi shit. Keep yourself busy. You don't know what you got till it's gone. It's so funny. Yeah, dude. She would definitely...
Be a stay-at-home wife. No career. Your husband's in charge of the finances outside the home. You're in charge of things inside the home. Would that be acceptable to you? You'll have kids. You'll have a family. You'll have community. I'd imagine at this point she'd say yes.
Community?
I think a lot of women would say yes. And I think you've got in this modern society, this is, women being told, you want to have a career, you have to be responsible for yourself. And there are a lot of, and this is, it's not unique to women, or I should say it's not only the fault of women.
Oh, good.
But it's also I'd say weak men. Our society in general.
Unlike Tim, a strong man and not a weak one. Yes, Tim Pool, the CEO of Knowing What Women Want. Yeah. Here, let me show you just a little clip, just a little quick one.
I do think it's crazy that I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is though? It's definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I should have never shown this clip to the chatters. Oh no, we got extra Beanie Boys now. We got literally more Beanie Babies. Oh no. Chat be like, damn, this guy Tim is cooking. No. No. Bro is the opposite of self-defeatist chatters. It's your fault, Hassan, for telling women in the chat and men in the chat, not just women, and the MBs, the thempers as well, to be confident in themselves and not feel like they have to find someone instead of cooking like Tim. I know. My bad. Tim Pool is confident by your own logic. How does he not have a partner? First of all, what led you to believe that Mr. Beanie Indoors at all points is confident? What literally led you to believe that a man who doesn't just wear a beanie all the time, but also quite literally with a suit at a wedding, standing next to Roger Stone, is a confident man? You are mistaking Dunning-Kruger for confidence. Does this guy strike you as a confident person? If he was a confident person, do you think he would be that misogynistic? Do you think it's confident men that have this level of misogynistic attitude permeate through every orifice, even those you cannot see because they are hidden under the beanie? Or do you think it is a direct marker of insecurity? This is why I always say people like Andrew Tate that portray themselves as alpha dogs, not just Andrew Tate, but like all the clones, all the people that constantly are presenting themselves as these like macho figures that consistently talk about how women ain't shit, how it's actually gay to fuck women, to be in a relationship with them, like unironic, without a shred of, without a shred of irony. You think those guys are actually confident if you consider that level of aesthetic posturing as people who are anything but greatly overcompensating losers, overcompensating for their own very deep insecurities. You might also not be able to fucking recognize the insecurities that you might have. Anyway. Fresh and Fit is another great example of this. Showcasing once again that simply going to the gym is not going to make you a better person, nor a more confident one. All right, let's wrap this up with the last message that he has for men too.
That a lot of, because my husband does. Would you be willing to be at stay at of the finances outside the home? You'll have community. I'd imagine at this point in this career, unique to women, or I should say, it's not only the fault of women.
Oh, good.
But it's also I'd say weak men.
Bro, I don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Fucking take a week off, dude. Jesus Christ.
Our society in general is aflame. Right now, there are guys out there. These guys are average looking, and they are incels, involuntary celibate. For a while, we saw online, and hikikomori, Japan calls them. There was this one interview that came up like 10 years ago, and it was a guy saying that he was like an incel. And everyone's like, he's an average looking dude. He's like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just like normal looking dude. But he was like, I can't get a relationship, blah, blah, blah. You know, I think the challenge for this woman is feminism in every facet.
Oh, no way.
Telling guys to not be masculine, telling women to be girl bosses. And I'll tell you what the end result is.
I mean, in many respects, Tim Pool is basically doing what Chat did too, which is like put a lot of extra baggage on her. She never said none of those things. Why are you making this shit up? You don't know what her fucking perspective is. You have no idea what her framework is. Maybe she's right wing. You don't know that.
I'm not saying feminism in general is wrong or anything like that. I'm saying that
it's sort of
the
what
end
it's saying.
result in large numbers results in things like this. So what do you
Pause
get?
it for 1 second. I just like, I mean, like, there's so much. It's amazing.
Time.
Is there more? I want to hear more. Come on.
And you have
I'm not talking about such being they the who like to human beings, and that's really the barrier that Tim is dealing with.
Is
As
there
a still
more to the
single
clip?
person who's older than me, right? And then it's really gross.
exactly because every time
And liberals, because they are not as about your personality, bro. That's really it.
And can we all? It is increased in.
let's figure out the
And say, I love Tim's so cool. He rides a skateboard.
Feminism
Whatever it is,
to be girl boss,
just absurd. Go ahead.
not be masculine, telling women to be girl bosses. And I'll tell you what the end result is. I'm not saying feminism in general is wrong or anything like that.
That's sort of what you're saying.
I'm saying that
It's
the end
wrong
result in large
in
numbers
particular. In
results in
large
things like
numbers.
this. So what do you get? Women who prioritize career over family, and now at 33 are like, why can't I find a relationship? Well, you were 26 when you started looking. What happened? 26? Wow. I mean, you go.
Wow. 26. Just such an abnormal age, I guess, for Tim to look for a partner. It's very interesting that he did start the conversation by saying 18 is a good age to get married. What age would you start looking for a valuable partner if 18 is a good age to get married as a woman and settle down? I guess 14, 13, 12. Okay, Jerry Seinfeld.
Back in time, all of human history, and you've got 18-year-olds getting married, having families in their early 20s, grandparents in their 40s.
Oh, he repeated it again. Luckily, that we didn't have to go back to the fucking beginning. When did Tim get married? Oh, great question. Wait, let me see. What age did Tim get married? That was like 2 years ago, by the way.
But I do think it's crazy that I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is, though? It's definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's everybody else.
Yeah.
That's definitely a healthy attitude to have.
And now, at 26, you're like, I want to
What about
be
you?
with someone.
Can you pause?
Hold on, wait, I want to go see where we're looking for.
Okay. Oh.
They're posed the challenge. You are like,
Time.
Go ahead.
He really likes that number.
at 26, you are like, I want to be with someone. I suppose the challenge is for any guy who's got money, has succeeded, is strong, they're targeting 22-year-olds. That's what the data shows.
Targeting?
I'm not saying I
What?
agree with it.
Targeting. Like the fucking Terminator, bro. What is this?
Not gonna want to hear.
Where does one get this data? Little St. James? Yeah. On that island, they have they have diligent research.
I'm not saying it's right. I know feminists, they get all angry when I say, but that's what the data shows. The data shows that guys are choosing 22-year-olds.
What guys? How
that's
old?
like
What data?
The principal number. It really is. You take a look at guys right now, and I want to rag on guys too, because I got to tell you, I don't know much about this lady. I do want to say where there's smoke, there's fire. And if, as the saying goes, if you smell crap everywhere, check your boot. We see this video of this lady and she's crying, being like, why can't I find a relationship? For all we know, like, she smells horrible. And as soon as the camera turns off, she like just starts farting a whole bunch. Who knows, right? I'm not saying she does.
It's a perv.
But I'm not going to just sit here and say that she's perfect either. She's 33 and single, and she's a woman. Like, there's got to be some reason for that.
And she's a woman. She's 33 and single, and she's a woman. I love that he's like making inferences about whether she farts a lot. And I don't know, maybe he's like trying to reach a new horizon here. He's trying to reach new demographics. The girls have cooties demographics, you know what I mean? Only to, of course, bring them to a skate park and then perhaps maybe pick up their classmates at the skate park. He's like, hey guys, you guys have any friends? You should bring your girlfriends around. They can also learn how to skate. It's better if they don't have a license.
That makes her less desirable for most guys. Oh my God. But she also says guys are trash. So imagine some incel guy, socially awkward, untrained, pale skin, and I like, imagine an average guy. Do you know the average weight right now is 200 pounds for a guy and 5'8"? That's nuts.
Can you maybe just pause for...
Where the fuck is he coming from with these stats, bro? One of the funniest things that we talk about in the gym is the concept among, meatheads called victim weight. I don't know if you guys know this, but apparently if you're under 200 pounds in the gym community, it's called victim weight. Wait, oh, they just skipped the rest of it. Fuck! Have you seen this insane hot mic? Fuck, no, I can't. Victim of crime shattered, too weak to defend yourself. Yeah, how do you not understand? Like being beat up, dude. Not everything has to be like some weird shit. The fuck is wrong with you? Also, it's a joke. The fuck? Oh my God, dude. I fucking hate this goddamn community sometimes. Holy shit. What do you mean by that? Your mind doesn't have to rush to the worst possible outcome and then just move on and make assertions off of whatever you fucking imagined so that you can be offended. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Y'all suck so much ass, dude. I think they want you to say the R word. No, I thought you meant I don't know which R word you're talking about. Jokes are inherently reactionary and laughter weakens class consciousness and makes privileged people Privileged people feel inappropriately comfortable. Exactly. Chat has one speed. It does sound real yuck. You also have to remember 1/3 of women have been SA'd. Yeah, obviously this is not about fucking women, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like male meatheads. I don't think they're contemplating women being under 200 pounds. It's a joke. Fuck!
Yeah.
I love that you literally... I love that you literally did the thing right after I mentioned it. I said, hey, perhaps it's best practice not to immediately rush to whatever your imagined worst case outcome is when I mention a joke and then make assertions beyond it and just start fucking arguing as though that is what this conversation was about. And you just turned around and said, well, you know, here's why it actually could be that. For so many people, I think, like, honestly, being a leftist is just about